Yeah, I'm in a jam down state. Yeah, Jamaican state of mind.
Welcome to another episode of Jamaican State of Mind podcast. It's your host Nick, and I'm here with Carter. Yo, Wagwan.
Yes, sir. We're here again. Give thanks. Damn. What we have? Less than 48 hours in 2020. Dash Weh Dat. Dash Weh Dat. But give thanks. There were some positivities, but let's move on.
Yeah, man. 2020 was a rough year, so this one, this one wasn't planned for the end of the year because we think we're gonna just done it with the episode and we have, but so we just give our thoughts and 2020. You have a lot of 2020 year-end review going on, and man, I put out them top 10 list, the best song of the year and this and that. This another podcast with that. You see me, you see, so but at the idea we just give out we little you can talk about we thoughts on 2020 and things like that, and what go on, because this year was, to some people, was a rough year. A lot of people did have to adjust. A lot of grieving going on this year. You have some people who flourish in the pandemic, so it's two sides to the thing, Yeah. So, before we get into all of that, I just want us to give thanks to all of the people that have been supporting the podcast, been participating in the dialogue, them reaching out and sharing the thing, we really appreciate it. I think this year, just for us, this podcast, we started the podcast in 2018. This is the second year. We are going at the third year, and the most listenership we got was just in this year. Like it double. It double. So we appreciate everybody who have just been checking it out, and me always promise we try to do as much episode we can. Sometimes I wish we can jump on every topic while go on, but between family and career, boy, it
you have to
rough.
Let's just say that the people who can do podcasts consistently, I tip my hat off to you, because with the grind and family and managing just everything else in life itself is a book, to do this, to be able to do this even on a part-time basis would be exceptional. That enough income for say, we can probably put some real time into this, and
man, in a real talk, but hopefully in the future, we definitely, hopefully everything's settled down, and the kids them might get a little older, so maybe them not have the one-on-one where them are require all the time and all of that, so maybe can schedule a time away for be more frequently, put out the episode them more frequently,
I tell you this, it was said here on Jamaica State of Mind. I think this is only, if wifey agree to it, but if we could do a vlog of what it is, and two kids under 3, and just the day in the life of the Mitchells, that
rough.
It was the epic from the morning till the night. Till then, epic.
It rough, and the last one, the son in born in a March, the middle of the wall.
In the middle, the height of the pandemic.
With that whole process, with even with the hospital and them thing, there's that, even know if media will get for going at the room and all of that, because I limit from 0 people visiting to them say once I was the only one. It was a weird process adjusting to with the whole, within the whole pandemic. So, but but give thanks, everything went well. They I run up the place, I go on bad. Soon become one. I said, and that's it. Put me lock up my done.
That's crazy.
Retire from the game, bro.
Hang up those shoes.
Hang up those shoes. See me, but yeah, but you know, so that I go on. But yeah, so with you, Carter, just like a jump in it now. So 2020 been in an interesting year for you, you know. So you want to dive in it and talk the things.
Well, you know, just to kick it off, you know, it was funny. Free promo. Get to 2020 on Netflix. Just take a quick browse of that between last night and today. You know, watch it in patches, but good watch. You know, recommend it. Good comedic review of what life was in America between from the pandemic to, you know, the uprise to, you know, the wildfires, you know, to you know that the year was so epic. We forget that at the beginning of the year there was almost World War III, World War IV. We didn't even when they brought it up, I was like, damn, I forget that January we kick it off, we almost get World War.
Yeah.
Probably the pandemic is one same. Because we totally forget so we kill the Iran
guy, general.
I'm like, yo, this is crazy. But you know, in the whole height of things, I made a decision, you know, to relocate from Florida to North Carolina. You know, at times I thought it wasn't going to happen based on, you know, the anxiety be with, oh wow, you know, are we going to slow down that drastically at work where I don't know, they're going to go on furlough or what, but things worked out. We made a transition, you know, it was rather smooth, but also nerve-wracking again because of the move, you know, where I was moving to wasn't quite ready. You know? So it's like, well, I said, boy, look how we make this transition and living in a temporary spot. So
yeah.
When everything was signed and we finally get the key out, I say, oh my, listen, but that's the one.
Just many people know you buy a house, brand new house too, man. You're gonna get free to put that out there. But
you know,
step up, man.
Give back, you know.
House and building brand new house from ground up, you know. So it forgot.
Yo, don't make that sound fancy now.
It is fancy.
No, bro. The house was being built. Houses aren't being built. I'm just gonna try and pick out the one we can afford. You understand? But give thanks, you know. When we get the key, it was definitely an accomplishment, and just feel that just want to lay down on the carpet and say, yo, cross a face there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then, you know, it was a good thing, you know, my parents give thanks, you know, them still living in Jamaica. So, you know, they were able to maneuver themselves through the pandemic, and, you know, none of them were affected, you know, knock on wood, because we're still going through it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And both of them are in good health and stuff like that. So, you know, the whole plan was to go and see them this year, and, you know, to their advice, you know, they were saying, you know, just wait until next year when things kind of ease off and stuff. So, you know, hoping to reunite and kind of rekindle. Other than that, and obviously, you know, the whole, you know, experience of my first winter, you know.
Oh, yeah. Forgot all these years living in America.
Yeah, you know, so, you know, that was definitely something we were living in Florida for a couple of years, you know. So coming to an era where the climate drops, you know, you wake up in the morning and yeah, there's ice on the windshield. So body, you know, the body go through a different shock here and there, and you go through the dry eyes and the dry skin, and, you know. And then also, you know, you start, but after a while, you know, I start get brave. The other day, I go outside, you know, just in a shirt and shorts in about 40-something degree, you know. But outside for a good 10 minutes or so, but,
yeah, but
you know.
I'd say I get brave.
Right, you know, so it's an experience, though. I like it, the changing of the...
You're not getting snow yet?
No, that is it.
Oh.
Still no snow.
Yeah, January are coming, typically the roughest month, that January, February.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I guess North Carolina, them say them not really get that heavy snow, you know. It's unless they live closer to, them have some areas with a lot of mountains.
Yeah.
Get more snow, so. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What about you?
My year been a roller coaster. It's been a roller coaster, bro. Cause just even transparency. I was out of work for like what 6-7 months.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So the year started kind of good. We have some plans set out what we want to accomplish this year, and the pandemic just kind of just put a wrench in all of that.
Yeah.
You see me? I say it just put a brakes on a lot of stuff, slow down a lot of things we have planned out. And you know what I mean? And for me, dog, just give thanks for give thanks for wife, because one thing with wife, my wife, man, she good at planning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so good at planning out stuff, you know what I mean? But the wife really, she good at them things. So you know what I mean? It was kind of a roller coaster, but in most cases we were still good. You know what I mean? Everything it's still, you know what I mean, gravy. We just have to tight up on the budget.
Right. I mean, but with that said, that's why I say have partnership, and another thing too, give thanks. It was a case where, not to say, you want somebody out of work, but you just have a newborn, and
bro, that's what I say. It does have a newborn.
In our pandemic, I have 2 young children, so it kind of, in a sense, it's a blessing in disguise. You know what I mean? Because how would you maneuver that?
Yeah, man. So it but when it happened, then you know what I mean. But I'm just saying, it was because even when I was like a stay-at-home dad for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put on the full force, because when wifey, like she just start work back after a couple months, and then after what? So from, I would say, I think what, June or so, is it stay-at-home dad, as I say?
Mm-hmm. Full force, daddy daycare.
Daddy daycare.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? So it kind of help out with that, because cause you never want, we're not thinking about daycare at the moment, and lucky we have we in-law come in and help us out as well. But it's like, but then you never want, with everything going on, I never want my you to go daycare and them thing there.
Right.
So
right.
So it's like everything work out, and in that manner, like, you know what I mean? I was a wife who put certain things in place, and so, we just have tight up on some things, but in the idea, I mean, it worked out few for what it was, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And so, start work back there on my grind.
Exactly. That's back to it.
Yeah, but the power grind, and I try and make some other progress. So, we are just hope all of the plans we have set forth, we work hard, so we can fulfill them next year, isn't it?
Right.
But
it's been that's why I say it's been a very unpredictable.
Yeah, very.
Even subconsciously, mentally, it has been strenuous, because there were, the months that you said, 7 months, and then within those months, they say everybody was on edge, because nobody was guaranteed that your job was going to be there. Things some aspects, but every 2 weeks you go a meeting, or you have some Zoom meeting or whatever meeting, Microsoft, everything. Right now, everything gone digital. So, every time you have a meeting is like, all right, what's the next motive now?
Yeah.
Because nobody knows how to really adjust their business to what's going on, So it's a week by week process. So very mentally challenging, and then you have to think about your loved ones, and the social, oh God. I'm not gonna lie, there was some bliss, you know, for a month or two when you know, say, okay, working from home or you're in home now, you know, there's no traveling on the road anymore or stuff like that. It kind of felt decent for being home and have that time. But boy, when you start go a couple months now and this is going to almost a year now, whew, you start miss outside.
Yeah, man, I tell you, man.
I miss the nice. I don't never think I say this, but Jano, so my traffic come back still.
Yeah, after me being with the kids for them few months of dog, full time.
Yeah.
Big up all of the single mother them. Big up all the stay home mom them. Stay home wife.
Yeah.
Single parent. I don't know how to do it. Cause yo, that may have drive me crazy at one point. You see what I say? So, yo, we don't deal for them thing. I know some people get up and just not work and just not do it. I can't do it. Can't do it, brother. I have to be productive. I have to be productive. You see what I say? But, you know what I mean? Give thanks to me because in the idea, you know what I mean? You know, we not lose nothing. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, I have a lot to give thanks for. You see what I say? It was early up in a year for us. You know, we did lost people during the heat of everything. You know what I mean? My wife lost several family members, you know, to coronavirus. And, you know what I mean? So, them thing there was kind of sad. Grandmother did pass in Jamaica. Could even go to the funeral. You see me I say? Because just the way, you know, we have to go through on the time, you know what I mean? Just start work back, couldn't get the time and everything. You see me I say? So, it was a lot in that part. But end of the day, I mean, we're still there. You can't bet wife get on my wife's nerves. She get on my nerves.
Hey, let me tell you, I see some people put up some stuff and say, listen, in a relationship, survive pandemic, yeah, man, it's tried and proven.
Yeah, man, for sure. So, you know what I mean? But, yeah, man, but other than that, man, we give thanks for everything, see me, because we're there. All the media family good. All of my youth, them good. You know what I mean? Is an adjustment for me older one them to I don't know them I do school virtually. So that's another adjustment for them. I feel I help them through that. So it's a I'm gonna say roller coaster. You see me?
That is that means that is it because the children are older and are used to that social interaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But you know, enough about me. Just worldwide now, with everything going on. Like I said, I didn't know earlier this year. One of me is a war they are both brewing, and then boom. Hey, you're not even over here. Cause I read something with them say some bombers are go to the Middle East and I don't know that 2020 not done until it done that. Tell people say no wait for the season finale.
Yo, that's even better said.
Season finale, cause it just been one of them crazy year. But at the same time, you know, it is a year where you have to figure out what's the next move. It's a year that even woke me up, like, you know, to focus on career choices and long-term situation. And, you know what I mean, like most people too, I think it did that too for them too. Like, all right, what's the next move? You know what I mean? Right. What's the choice? Nothing no promise, nothing no stable. Anything can happen at any minute. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we all are got adjust now. Because the new norm, this is going to be the new norm at least for the next couple of years. You see me I say? Even though what I'm saying with the vaccine come out and all of that, you have a large people don't believe in a vaccine. And then you have a few where priority to go to only certain people. And then it is, you know, them say it effective. We know, you're not gonna know until, when really know. Because then idea effective in a controlled environment. In a real world scenario where we'll see how that goes. Somebody like me, I gotta always wear my mask, at least for the next 2 years or 3 years. I mean, no, we're not gonna really mingle bravely without no mask. Even if I take the vaccine. You see me I say?
Well,
Now
listen,
go target all of that.
but listen, we say that now, but listen, you never know when this first 6 months of 2021 will be a very interesting 6 months. You know what I mean? Depending on how much people accept it, willing to take it, and then we'll see how fast things turn around from there. But the first 6 months of 2021 will determine, a lot. People are bracing for what they say a recession, market crash, the reset of the economy. But what you have to do, everybody do think about John, what we're going to do for brace feet, but don't just brace feet right now. As I said, think aggressively for capitalize on any opportunities, because if you set yourself the right way, when these things happen, and the people who have some resources can capitalize, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Always benefiting them.
Mm-hmm.
So when things are sell cheap, when everybody books somebody have the money to buy it, no.
But you see, if you look on the economic trend, the people who make the most money during this pandemic are the people them who are the rich. You know what I mean? Some the Jeff Bezos made the most money overall in this year. Like Amazon stock went up like almost double, in this year. You know what I mean? So, like I said, people already have the resources. Yeah, them all right. I mean, cause when things fall and things cheap, them can make the maneuver to them say this time this time when things fail, you have the people them who they walk behind and pick it up. Them have the resources to pick it up. So right now, when all of this finish and the dust clear, you gotta have a lot of people, like one company or just a few company control certain things, because a lot of other company fail. You see me I say?
Mm-hmm.
So typically things like that always happen at them time, But I don't know, bro. Like for this year, let me just jump in at the election. Because we don't going to tarry too long on an episode, but this year was very interesting with everything going on, right? Let me just back it up a little. Where America show time and time, right? Means a man, America is a great country. Have it flaws like any other country. But one thing America is that they don't give a fuck about people, bro. You don't give a like, it's like if you look at the stimulus that were passed earlier this year, I mean, I'm sure it helped out a lot of people. I mean, but the fact that is that them, if that is like them take the money and get the business them, majority of the money get the business them, and the business still end up lay off people. Them get the business them for key people and the business, and it's like the man them not learning lesson. Them always do that. Cause same thing them do when the 2008 recession happened and all of that they happen. Bail out the business them, leave the regular people them. Same thing come now down to the one of them just passed the other day. Like, the man them passed one stimulus earlier this year when they give people $1,200. And the next one, the man them pass, like give people $600. Like, almost 30 plus million people, close to 40 million people out of job.
But you see,
that's a large percentage of the working population in our country. And a lot of people are go off for like when the government put, like, next year I gotta be February, not even January, February, are going to be very, very interesting economically wise. Because a lot of people, stuff get put off until then. Like the if you pay a mortgage or whatever,
Right.
them extend that. If you have rent, whatever, them extend deferment. All of these things push off. So, so the fact that them even have come with a program for help them people, because when people talk about the whole pandemic, they must say, why the landlord and mortgage people not give people a break? And that day, if the bank now give the homeowner a break, it's easy for you. You get what I'm saying? It's a trickle down thing.
Remember I said the man who I get the mortgage, him have to pay somebody to, you know?
And I said that's what some people not get. So it's like, so there's no plan in place where them discuss for help situation like that. I don't know. The government here, them just most government, but this government in America here, a bunch of them full of just ego. Nobody no wants to them wrong. Nobody wants to them make a mistake. Nobody, you get what I'm saying? Everybody want to act like them right.
But you know, and
them
then
wrong.
The powers that be, the House with vote and then versus the Senate. It's like, they say, I mean, at least be transparent about the reasons why you say $600. You know what I mean?
Talk about everything. Every time
how did they come to $600? Like how? Because
I must say, well, it a create debt. But it no pass a bill for $900 billion. If my math's right and what made I read something, if you give $900 billion, then pass the bill for, right? Almost $1 trillion. If you give everybody in the US, 328 million people, $600, you know how much money that come up, so? 200 billion. Right under 200 billion. So there's still 700 billion there. We're going to God knows where. I say somebody break down with them, I say how much money got fired, how much money I got to this business. Some I got to unemployment, which is fine. But is that a lot of money just I got places where we don't really have to think about that right now. You get what I'm saying? But I just saw the American government were open corruption in that part there where and it's just, if you give people, and some people talk about, it's just taking advantage and, you know, a lot of people lazy and but end of the day, if you give people, one thing with America, if you give people the money, you know what people gotta do? Give it right back.
Yep.
Come on. People love to spend. You see what I say? So whatever, if you are stimulate the economy, just give the people the money, and I guarantee you,
it comes right back to you.
Comes right back.
Because I see some things and them people are put up them picnic say, yeah man, I get the $600. Yep. PS5.
God. See that?
There you go.
Yeah, so we don't know. So just jump to the even with the election, right? Madafa, what's your view before come here chat? So what are your view with the election?
Well, it's funny. At first, when the race began, the party said, you know, the Republican, they're trying to choose a Republican candidate versus the.
You mean the Democratic Party, not the Republican?
Well, the Democratic Party. Sorry, right? The Democratic Party representative. You know, the race between Biden and Bernie, and there were several jokes, you know, the charismatic race, you know, or John, I wonder which one will fall first. Or which one can remember what they had for breakfast this morning. So at that point I was like, oh my God, well, here we go again, another 4 years, because clearly, you know, neither of the two representatives never make one. So it's like, but when I think Mr. really pay attention, like being at home in the pandemic, you know what I mean? And starting to see some of the different states unfold, you know, like, you know, the campaigns, and you start to see a little bit more support, you know, coming to the Democrats. And I was like, hold up, there's a build-up going on here, you know what I mean? And then when it really became a topic of discussion, well, hold on, this is actually not a one-way, you know, situation. was when I would say probably September, and then when Kamala Harris became a part, was chosen, you know what I mean? When that kind of, I think, amped up the movement of the Democrats. So when I see that now, I started to pay a lot more attention to just the interaction with the people, because I'm trying to figure out, are they, is he compelling enough to get them to vote for him and not Trump? You know what I mean? That's what it really comes down to, because he's not the strongest candidate I would choose, but after a while, I say, listen, man, people, at least he must say some things. Make them roll with this. You know what I mean? Get some push and some momentum. At least make this look like there's going to be a challenge. You come down to it and we say, hold on there. But Trump look like he might lose some momentum to Rat. It look like the week get tired. But when the man goes to boom and say, don't surrender. I say, that man lose it. I'm like, I'm mad, man. I say, well, come on, Jump. The same thing where you da push out about it's a democratic country, and you not rig no, you not rig nothing, and them just a try for delay the inevitable. You basically come right back and do the same thing full circle now. Accept the thing, man, and go on here. So
but if you understand with Trump in the dog, Trump, people understand. Trump care less what going right now. But if you sell yourself as a winner, a go-getter, never lose, and you lose. You're not gonna what you call it. You're not gonna want admit say you're a loser. You see what I say? Because that hurt him brand. Brand Trump is a winner. Brand Trump is a go-getter.
Yeah, but you see, that is where the president. That's why in favor separating celebrity.
Him never. Trump been in office 4 years and him never changed. I don't know why people expect him to change, even when him lose. Is what I say? And it's like, some people surprised how close it was. I'm like, I'm not surprised, because there's one thing you always hear me talk about. Me not living in my bubble. Me actually listen to people who me disagree with. Is it me I say? And we actually have conversations to understand why people think the way they think. And people sometimes align one type of thing with, like, people understand. A lot of people in this country have the luxury to be a one issue voter. Is it me I say? Like, most black people maybe don't have that choice, but a lot of white people have the choice to be a one issue voter. Like, which is the top issue them: guns, abortion, and taxes. You see me I say? Mm-hmm. Them could care less. And you can't show immigration in that. So you have some people where them not care about nothing, but if they hear say a man I go want to take with them gun, them say, what we talking about? And them just want to hear them not care what the candidates say. Them just want to hear one candidate say, keep your guns, one say take away. And then them just vote we want to say keep your guns. You get them not give like have some people them narrow to that T. And sometimes I always say this, people live on a course, we live in this delusional where we think everybody black people are this big majority, and all everybody. No, white people is like 59% of the population, almost 60%. Black people are 13%. Hispanic are like 20-something%, and then you have everybody else. So
everybody.
So we are not even the black people is not even the second largest population in this country. So you have to understand where our strength lies. You see what I say? And we're not living in this world where where people like Biden win the election, and and a large part is a lot of black people vote for him. But also there was 70 plus, I forgot, 73, 70 something more, 70 million people who voted for Biden, right? Like 74 million or something like that, and like 71 vote for Trump. You know what I mean? 74 million people or something like that vote for Biden.
Right.
America only have 30-something million black people. So it's like, and then give and take, maybe out of that 30-something, maybe 10 million or 50 million voted. You get me? I say, we just give that, if that much. So when people act, but a large portion were voted. So when people act like, all right, they also, you have to have a large percent of white people who voted for the man as well in order for him to win. So sometimes we live in this delusional, like, we control stuff, but we don't control stuff. And we need allies, we need people from the other camp as well to support to get our agenda across. Because one, we are not a united community. So we now have a lot of strength. We think we have a lot of strength, but we don't. Even when it comes to the electoral process. So
we don't own it. It's probably we don't own anything, man. We don't own anything.
Yeah, but they say, we keep even chewing
that. You know what we are? We're the biggest influencers.
Oh yeah.
Culture, entertainment, fashion, you name it, we influence it. And again, guess what? We don't make it, but we buy it. Like,
we don't want
to influence it and create the vibe,
Look at this, Carter. The thing what we just made about earlier, Clubhouse. The new app Clubhouse, right?
Right.
Who do you think I make Clubhouse popular? Black people. Majority of people who run on Clubhouse right now are black people.
But guess what? None of us are going to sit and learn how to make the app or it's on a platform and make the goddamn money.
You see me, I say? But that's the thing. We make everything at. Black people make Twitter hat. Black people make Instagram hat. We make them, we make everything. Even if you want to put in TikTok in it, all of the dances then.
Only thing I say, I respect the millennial group. You're killing it from the black community where it comes on to being YouTube.
Creative and, very creative.
And making money from this thing.
And that are the one thing in the pandemic now, where a lot of people, if them been creating, them step up because people just consume content more than ever than usual.
Listen, one of the most time where people are in front of, them phone and the social
computer. So with the election, bro, it wasn't. For 1 minute, I was kind of like, I don't know if Biden can pull it off, because Biden was looking shaky.
Yeah.
As I say, but, it did. At least caught it too. I'm saying, once January 20th, when inauguration, I know for sure Trump not got that. If Trump got that, he might surprise me. Because I just can't see that man to be that person, to be humble in and day. To say, to pass over the baton. You get what I'm saying? So that day I gonna be interested, people. Check it out, January 20th. That's the inauguration day. So we see how that day they play out. But but what gonna happen? Because this is the most voted ever in American history. Most people voted American history, and Trump got.
It was an emotional year.
Trump got more voted. Like people forget Biden got more voted than any other president ever, right? But Trump also was the second in line. Like Trump got more voted than Obama twice. You get what I'm saying? So people forget, like, a lot of people voted. A lot of people in the process. So what you gonna do with them for the people that move hungry?
As Samuel Jackson said, 70 million people voted for Donald Trump. It can either be a scary thought, or it can be America's greatest love story. America and Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Because I truly think, I think it's scary to say, after the man said, think about it, after all the things this man has done over the last 4 years, 70 million people still voted. Get that straight. 70 million people still voted.
But it's like I just stated a while ago. Samuel Jackson right, but at the same time, if you understand, you have a lot of people, and I have met people who are one issue voter. They don't give a crap. Remember said the Trump largest voting bloc in the we call it Christian group there, the evangelicals, whatever them name. Like these are the hardcore Christian in America, the biggest Christian group, And with all of the you can say with all of the stuff that Trump did, they put this man on a holy pedestal, like him holier than holy. And you would have said like the man hypocrite, but then at the same time, them people don't only care about one thing, two things. They care about abortion and people sexuality.
Yeah.
Is a man say so Trump played to them crowd there.
But it's serious and a whole heap of things, but the fight not really win all the way because even the lady who him appoint as the Attorney General, bro.
The lady, Attorney General.
Yeah. Is the Attorney General?
No, we are talking.
The lady that fought for human female rights and empowerment, and she died, and then Trump appointed another lady who is totally opposite of what this lady was fighting for.
You're talking the judge, man. The judge. The Supreme Court judge.
Supreme Court judge.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And this lady that, you know what she said? What she said, she did law as a means to an end to what's it? Is it support God or do God's work? You know what that means? All of what the woman fight for, say woman must have the decision to not to be able to do abortion or not. She coming for no.
But they say, let's wrap up this election. I don't want to really pay too much time on it, but just want to say for people who don't participate in the process and think there is no importance in participating in the process, unfortunately, that's the only process we have right now. And if you want anything done in this country, you have to deal with political people. If you register a business and start a business, where you have to go do with it? We have to deal with it. You have to do either a county clerk, your city clerk, whoever at the court. Mm-hmm. That those people who make decision. Everything you do in this country, you have to deal with people either from a local, city, state, federal level. Period. You know what I mean? You cannot protest say you want change and don't vote. It don't make no sense. It can't work. You can't get vote out. You can't get change out of thin air. All right. It might seem like it's difficult, but me here, listen, Joe Rogan and I always say this, man's America is like a battleship. It's turning. The progress is making, but that motherfucker takes forever to turn. You see me I say? Because it's huge. Certain structures in place. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if you say there has not been any change and things still be the same, it just a line. It just blatant a line and just try exaggerate shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? A lot of things have changed. A lot of things have improved, but there's still changes and there's still laws and things need to put in place to protect, me and you, Carter. Because, them approach people, Babylon approach us different. You see me I say? So because you ones are like, you cannot want change and not be part of the change. The least a person can do is vote and also participate in the process. Mm-hmm. Voting alone just don't do it. Me there in Georgia, dog, me tired. Because Georgia have a runoff election with the two senators. Dog, if me watch a YouTube video, political commercial, me watch TV, everything, me just saw the amount of meal me have. Me already voted, me done, Me wish you could have said me done so they can stop bother me. Dog, the amount of phone call, text message is ridiculous. But, me make sure me still participate in the process because sometimes people get glorified in the presidential election, and I understand say the president can't do shit really without Congress which is the U.S. House and the Senate. Them are the one who write the law. The president either sign or veto it. So, so my chance to make some changes is with, vote again. So hopefully them two people in Georgia can go in, ask John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock, for at least balance the Senate. And we can hopefully have some shit done. And if Biden there and him have the U.S. House a representative and him have in Senate, guess what him not have? Him not have no excuse to do none of that shit when him promise black people. I like shit when him promise black people. If him have both of the houses, him not have no choice, Him have to do it now, So if him have it, and then, but they see if him not control it, them always have an excuse. Them can't get nothing done. But that's my 2 cents with the whole election thing. We can't just vote and forget about it. No wagwan and participate in the process. Is it?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are, you know what I mean? December 30th, 2020. I don't know what, we don't know. People that normally this time of year, people are saying, yeah, man, these are our New Year resolution.
I've not seen one. I've not
but
seen
they say,
one.
Watch me or watch the clock.
Bro, from September, you see me, New Year, new me, stepping in.
Yeah.
I've not seen one. Everybody
all the single ladies say, I'm leaving the worthless man behind. You man, shall get the bag, shall get the body. I'm not even see one.
Everybody I keep them plan on a secret, man, just in case.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I guess so. Listen, I'm not gonna lie though. This year, I never know somebody live to see somewhere. Literally cripple the world in a sense. You know what I mean? Like one country thing, brother. It's around the world this thing. Slow down the world economy and slow down just the transaction of people. People transaction, the travel, everything. The socialization process just come to a halt. And I know this mentally challenging for a lot of people, and I know coming next year, I know say a lot of things that will come out.
Yeah.
The experience of 2020 because with a touch pan people, the domestic thing going up, social services that you get involved. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, people used to work them too, them go in and out, and you know what I mean? But on the same space 24 hours, we never built that way there, brother. I'm like
a lot. Yeah, man, a lot of things, and you just mentioned something more. Jumping a little bit there, but is where so even with like you just stated, there's when people them shut down the other players get shut down, the stay at home order and all of them something there. It's like people understand the other side of it, right? Because suicide up, domestic violence up, abuse up, all of the net bad factor them up. People, overdose, people taking drugs, addiction, everything up.
Yeah.
Because when people understand, you have people, them only getaway was them work.
Yeah.
Them only socialization was them work. The only friend them have was at them work. You get what I'm saying? There's some people like that, and that's for real. And that's another factor where, where I think sometimes the government overlook. You know what I mean? Because, a lot of kids only get to eat when them go to school, bro. You know what I mean? Right. Some people don't understand, like, America fucked up like that, like, it have been good and bad, but America in some inner cities rough, It's when it come to kids, nothing for eat and them something, like, rough for some people. You know what I mean? But, we can't go on and on about that, but one thing more I ask you, like obviously it's a big debate online. The vaccine. What you think?
Well, scientifically speaking, I am for it. It's with growing up in Jamaica, when you're born, they take several vaccines between and as a newborn, straight up until the age of probably 2, maybe. And I mean, God bless, what detailed scientific knowledge I mean have with them that injecting our. But here we are. It was built to make us stronger and immune to these diseases. So this is probably another evolution.
Yeah. You see, yeah, I'm for it too. I'm, you know what I mean. You know me, I believe in science over most things. You know what I mean. But they say the people who talk like this, right? All right. First of all, let me acknowledge a lot of people have a right to be skeptical because there was a lot of shady shit back in the days.
Yep.
So may I say, a lot of shit the governments do,
right?
Where cause this kind of mistrust. You know what I mean? Right. So I gotta acknowledge that. But with that said, people who live in a luxury talk the way them talk, the way them say, yo, like majority of America, as rough as it is, most people live in a luxury. I don't mean not talk like money luxury, but meaning, people typically most life are right to comfortable. You see me I say? Compared to, because when America poor different from India poor. You see me I say? Right, two different poor. You see me I say? So that's what I talk about comfortable. You have different levels to this shit. And when I just said when people talk about vaccine this and vaccine that, and people understand the luxury we have right now as a society to live the way we live amongst each other and go we need to go, and we not, and you're pitting and die from like a simple shit. Like infant mortality rate is as bad as it in some community is friggin' low compared to woman where you used to have 10 pitney and know that 10 pitney hopefully 3 survive. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not have TB, tuberculosis, them time there was like death sentence or what. Once you cough up blood and government and the doctor say, boy, you have TB. Whoop. Hey, this amount of time you have to live. Right. What's something we not even, majority of people not even know what TB is. You see me I say? Something, right, yellow fever, them thing they used to kill people. People, measles, mumps, polio. Like, it's like there's so many.
But that is it. People don't remember the history.
Because we live in the luxury of it. You get what I'm saying? So we not think about it like that. That's why most people talk the way them talk. But they see, like I say, me as a man, me documentary read and me like history, science and all of them things. So my thought on them things are different from most people because I understand where like when you have like the Spanish flu will kill almost 50 million people.
Right.
You see me I say? Almost wipe out a large percent of the population when it came out. Even the 1918 flu will kill a lot of people. Like when people think, like even people that say Bill Gates set this up, they look a stupid conspiracy. It's like if you run a business, Carter, forecasting, right?
Right.
And forecasting based off of trends, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if every couple of years you have a disease, people forget, even in the last 15 years, we had what? Zika, we have Ebola, we have the H1N1, we have swine flu, we had bird flu. People forget, like, even within the last decade or so, 15 years.
Because once you don't knock in somebody's backyard,
that's what it is. So people forget, like, every couple of years, me talk about this already and me don't want to go over it. Friggin' viruses are living organism. Them just want to survive. And only way them want to survive is in a host, which is you or a mammal, whichever it is. And all them do for survive as us jump from host to host. That's all it are doing. That's all it do. You know what I mean? So people forget them things here. It's just that social media come up now. This happen to be a true pandemic because especially in the world now, globalization, We all, the world connected. Literally, you can literally reach across to the next world in one day, 24 hours. You get what I'm saying? So the world is so connected and intertwined now that yes, any type of pandemic or disease gonna spread much quickly and rapidly. You get what I'm saying? It just makes sense. You don't need me no need to have a scientific degree or doctorate for, you know what I mean? If you're in a business or any operation and you have to do forecasting based on trend. And your trend, like I said, based on certain things you can predict, all right. So based on what would happen in the last couple of years, we can predict so the next couple of years or this year or next 2 years, we're supposed to grow this amount or blah, blah, blah. Give and take the percentage. That's so so that's common sense to some people with that type of knowledge. I think like that.
But on the positive note is where these people, as I say, everybody have the right to be skeptic, but it's fun to look at to hear the different skepticisms or grand theories, all kind of different things when they say government to control the people,
put tracking device on you and all of that. Yeah. Like, bro, you have an iPhone, you have an Android phone, bro. Like you go to sleep with the Android phone, you go to sleep with the iPhone, and have an Apple Watch and have a smart watch. Okay, we have a Google Home and have an Amazon Echo.
It's like it's everything. I love it. You love the different stories and that come from it. Them say, oh. Then people run joke and say, I wonder if it's going to turn out in a World War Z, where the zombie apocalypse or anticipate a certain part of the population, you know what I mean? Because they might try, cut down the population because of the economy.
Yeah.
I think they must say with 5G. So 5G and the radiation and plan for kill it. I say, oh my God. Man.
But they say that's where I'm telling you. I blame the school system for one, because people don't have critical thinking skill anymore. People are not objective. People live in an echo chamber. That's what I'm telling you, Carter. I'm making an effort to force myself to listen to people I disagree with. Because when I listen to people I disagree with, it form my opinion much better, my argument much stronger than most, because I kind of can predict what you're going to say. You see me I say? Or if me listen to somebody when I disagree with an opinion and something makes solid sense and me learn, I'm not scared to change my opinion on anything.
Right.
Because if new information given to me that makes sense, and that is a fact, why am I still dead with my own opinion? You see me I say? But some people don't have that ability to do that. So them stick to this all opinion and all way of thinking, because it's like you have 5G now. Before that, you have 4G, the LTE, 3G, 2G, 1G. Guess what? Them already work on 6G, and them already do it. It's already something working, and typically all communication go is that the military already one step ahead. So we are get 5G, but the military been use some level of. You get what I'm saying? Typically what we get on the commercial end,
right?
The military or the government already use that, whatever technology it is. Typically that's how it go. And after a couple of years, when them advance to the next thing, then everybody, it's just like GPS. You couldn't get GPS what, 20 years old or something like that? It mean for us regular people could afford a GPS.
Yeah.
Look from when military use GPS.
Right. They map it. They've been using GIS mapping for years.
Exactly. So
the drone. We just get them just allow civilians, over the last couple of years to say, all right, give them
a drone.
They've been using drones for years.
But that's all I'm saying. So even somebody like you or me, when we look at what we have now, we already know there's something we are better. You see me I say?
Because it was so funny when I never forget when I remember, looking for jobs, and they said, I can't believe them have, what am I say, if you're a drone flyer or whatever.
That's a job now, is it?
For become I'm like, this is some crazy. And then them used to take, like, actual, some of them used to say, if you have any pilot training or anything, like
because most come use drone now. It's easy enough to survey land
Yeah.
and all of them things than back in the days, the old school we and all of that,
Yeah.
But but yeah, man. But it's just I say, I always say, people just be objective. I always think about where I get the information from. Because there's a currency. There's a currency right now. You have a currency in black fight and black pain. Everybody pro black. You have to be careful of those people. Because there's a currency in it now. So you have some people always look for the outrage. Yes, let's get mad about this. So you have to look for, see if they're objective people. That's why I'm going to follow some people. Because they may do good in them life and do good and stuff, but them also fall into that echo chamber trap and the currency of being outrageous or what you get what I'm saying? Because people, people like to feel like they're different, but they also are follower.
Right.
Like, you may say I'm against the vaccine, but everybody in our group, a bunch of them are follow the same. You get what I'm saying? But them think they're different. There's also a currency in
different just to be different.
Exactly. There's a currency for being this anti, like even the anti-vax. Like people. Listen, one thing with human, and this is forever history. After this, my opinion done with this is that we are tribal. We like to formulate groups. Like I always say, people, if you take away race, right? If say everybody had the same color, same complexion, and you take away that race. Like for example, in Eastern Europe, everybody in Eastern Europe, so-called white, by our standard, right? But over there, guess what you still have? Still have discrimination based on where your name is, which part of your tribe they come from, which country. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying that people in general are always like find a way to separate farmer tribe, find group, because that's just our nature. We are tribal people. That's why a man love a baseball team, a football team, a soccer team, and when him link up with people who rep the same team, everybody feel like them a brother and sister. And you get what we are tribal. See, when you come to politics, see, when you come to them bullshit online, that's why I always preach, you have to be objective. Take a emotion. Me always say facts over emotion. Take away the emotion and deal with the facts. And be objective. And you're better off that way there. Yeah, me can't tell me last me get mad about something like that. It's a waste of time.
Waste of time, that man. No energy towards that.
Yeah, so the last thing I want to discuss, one of my favorite thing in the world to talk about is the cosmos, the the universe. Me, a man already believe in life forms outside of the realm of the earth and all of this, outside our solar system, right? And I don't even remember December the 31st, we had the great conjunction of, Saturn and Jupiter, where they came close together. I think, 800 years or 400 or 800 years, I forgot like that, something like that.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, you live in a stone, you never see that?
No.
Yeah, go look it up on YouTube, which you actually, where you there, you maybe could have seen it. With your, you could have seen it. So basically, it was like Saturn and Jupiter come very close. So from Earth, if you even have like a binocle, you can see it with the naked eye. It was in the afternoon, but you have to make sure you don't have a lot of light pollution outside dark. And but if you have like a binocle as a telescope, you could have seen like the two planets, Jupiter Saturn with the ring and everything. They're very close together. So in our eyes, they feel like them right next to each other, but them still 100 miles, them still far away.
Right.
But them very, very close. And now I'm even talk to Tanya about this. Like, you know what that crazy? Because if you was on that planet, say you was on one of those planets, right? Like how we see the moon, that literally I see another planet. You just see another planet in the sky.
Yeah.
That's and
but that's the thing, we're so distracted we don't even take time on to.
And this is come back to my point, is that if we live too much in the city, we look down on our phone too much. Like, it's one thing me appreciate. That's what I'm telling you. Mine from yesterday, maybe more going to a country I go live, Because more just going to my backyard and look up into the sky and just. Because that's when you look up into the sky, dog. And if you take, that's why that's what I love the cosmos, right? Is that when you look up into the sky, Carter, and if you understand every star is like our sun. You know what I mean? And some of the light, if you wake up in the morning early, and sometimes look up window, you can see Venus bright in the sky. Sometime of the year. And when we just look on that over, man, me can't make them little stuff you unheard get me crazy, man. Cause that shit humbles you, bro. You get what I'm saying? Cause me think beyond that. So, so my advice with people this year, and even before me give them my advice, the government, US government, been releasing some little trinkets about aliens this year. Listen, don't be surprised if next year or tomorrow before them release something. Cause there was a law passed for them to kind of declassify some information. So hopefully we will know once and for all. Because one thing will bring me on that Netflix have a documentary. I forgot the name. Close Counters, some shit like that. And Harry Reid was the majority Senate leader of the United States Senate. And him couldn't get information by UFO. Like, you understand what I'm saying? The majority leader in the Senate, him couldn't get. John Podesta was Trump right-hand man. And him couldn't get information. And then this time man at the White House. So there's in America you have different level of clearance, right?
Right.
The executive supposed to be the top clearance. There's another clearance level over that for that even the executive can get. So some people
it might be clearance.
But as I say, so there's a lot going on where we don't know. Me excited about that. Me a nerd when it comes to them things. You see me I say, we crazy.
Well, my thing is this, but on that note, I'd love to end on a note that if there should be discovery of alien life form, like where we have information on it and there's actually, a whole other ecosystem out there and a whole that they're living on their own terms and everything with a probably superior intelligence, I think that would change religion.
Yeah. So that I think that's why even if say they know, I think that's the way. That's one of the reasons, because a lot of people need religion, right? And that would just blow up our understanding of everything. And I don't think the majority, if people are going to over coronavirus, that imagine, I don't think people would be able to. Majority of people would compute that, and just even my critical thinking and objectivity to this is that when you just look at life forms on Earth, you have a whole ecosystem under the ocean, right? We just go about them daily business, live them life. There's a whole dominance system. Why is it so hard for us to understand that might be a concept like that? Imagine you have the galaxy, you have the universe, we know the Milky Way galaxy, there's different solar system in it. We don't know how large this body of space is. We don't know. As I may say, them base everything off of if them base it off of the mathematics calculation, then it is infinite. They don't know. So just by math and statistics wise, there's more of a possibility there's other life form than there is not. The question is it intelligent or is it what we consider life? Meaning, you get what I'm saying? Them physics have maybe whole different from us. We don't know. You get what I'm saying? But that's just me going deep, too much right there. So them foot up breaks right there. But as people, I'm gonna say, my advice is sometimes take it out of your phone, just look up into the sky. And just understand there's this vast universe out there. All them body are started. And just understand like in any minute, any time of the day, our stride can come and say boom, and the wall we gone. So enjoy the moment. You know what I say? You see the video in Russia when a small meteorite explode over Russia and break glasses and knock down people. You saw that video?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you know, people even never see that video, Google the meteorite that went over Russia and Ukraine and look how much damage that caused. And it just exploded in the sky, a small one. So that's just, we see shooting star and we think shooting star, or, we call it shooting star, but those are just meteorite rock burning up in the atmosphere. Sometimes a few get through, people go in a Nevada, you have a desert out there, people go and find them and sell them, but they are somewhere explode and can cause devastation. And one, did fly over Russia and burst, like it just explode, and it caused a whole havoc, and that was a small one. So with that said, I'm just saying, asteroid is a much bigger one, and one passed Earth, I think earlier this year, between us and the moon. That's the closest it's ever been. And it gone out that maybe not come back for a couple of 100 years. So, but I'm just saying, there's so many possibilities in life. Just stop get upset over dumb stuff. That's all I'm gonna try to say.
True. Wait, but that is it, Everybody is so distracted by how we're forced to live. The system. Everybody are trying to survive. So it's like it's 100 miles an hour. So sometimes, people don't take a chance to slow down and just observe the natural beauty.
Exactly. And appreciate what you have in the moment. You know what I mean? Because
we're always striving for tomorrow. We don't appreciate today at all. We get this like we say, John, we strive for the steak and we'll get the steak. I say, we want the lobster.
We always want non-stop.
It's a never ending cycle. So
yeah, man.
People must, my advice is, find contentment, find happiness, because you'll forever be searching for it, So
yeah, you have to just appreciate what they have. And my last note on that is that they estimate there is 900,000 close to Earth objects. That's from asteroid meteorites, 900,000, and the government only tracking like 20,000. So at any given minute, this is a scientist saying that even Neil deGrasse Tyson said it, like, even if there's something big coming and then it's so dark, something you can't make it out, and then the government just don't fund enough money to keep track of these stuff. Sometimes we just maybe a day notice, 2 days notice, and then kabam. So keep that in mind. Anytime I get upset over somebody cut you off on the street, just be like, all right, let him go on.
Right.
You ain't that serious. Shit not that serious. Like, calm the fuck down.
Right. The whole day them vex you, that motherfucker.
Yeah, yes, man. So that's calm down, bro. That's humble. It's not that serious, bro. Life is a precious thing, and worry about the daily thing, where all the daily issues where man bring up, and all of the you lost your phone and your wallet, and you feel like the world like an end, because just sometimes take a deep breath, and something me I practice myself, because sometimes I get dark more time, you see me, but I've been trying to remember myself, like, what I gotta do? What time I get mad over? I'm saying, what I gotta do? I'm not gonna do nothing, me just chill.
Right. And it's a constant reminder, just, positive mentality, and something I try to preach to myself every day, it's you look at, you live in the moment, and you look at, the things that we complain about. It's amazing.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes you have to stop yourself and say, I'm here complaining about some simple stuff, but at the end of the day, like, every time I go up on the street, it's a humble reminder. Every time I go in and I can't go up on the road, I always woke up in a humble reminder. You know, either somebody stand up right at the corner and try to beg me something, or me are going to a place. And right now, as I say, most mornings we wake up in the 30s. Is what I say. And I stop and I see people lie down on that, lie down on that small place in the cold. And I say, Father God, boy, I don't know, I don't want to father it. I don't want to experience it.
Yeah, man.
I want to so whole night in a them type of temperature.
Just remember, as bad as you have it, there's somebody always worse off. Just remember that. Things can always get worse.
Yo.
That's the thing about life. And the worst part is when you're dead. And then if you believe in the afterlife, maybe you're a guy, you don't know. It maybe get worse. So hopefully yourself.
That's right. And another thing too, brother, yeah, at the same time, like, with 2020 showed me to, we are as human beings, we procrastinate, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
man.
So we're going to do that and, we say, all right, we're going to wait till next year, yo. You see that something?
Yeah, last year.
But I say if you live while, but you see, if you can do something, just do it, you see it?
Yeah, man, real talk. Yeah, man, so people want to hear this. Most want to hear this, I got to be 2021. You know what I mean? So, I hope, I just want to say, I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. I know for most people, it was different. At least for me, it was different. You know what I mean? Just me and the immediate family, wife and the kids, you know what I mean? Some people live like nothing go on a road, I see people enjoy it, because big up on themselves same way, because we're not the brave one out there. You know what I mean?
Road warriors.
See, the road warriors are not that brave yet. But hope everybody enjoy themselves. You know what I mean? Remember to give thanks. A lot of people that they run to give thanks themselves, you see me? And 2021 will come around the corner, so yo, just make it happen. Do your thing. But that way you don't need nobody permission. You know what I mean? Ladies, if a guy out there where you want to just shoot a shot. Because we have an episode we talk about that, It's so come next season we going to tackle that with But fellas, if a girl out there you want to shoot a shot.
Don't make them fool you.
Is the man say? Don't let them fool you. Hey, he's not.
Him, I like him. Yeah, man, I like him. Yeah.
Yeah, but so.
Sometimes,
Yeah, man. Nobody get into it, man.
That topic I might sweet topic.
Yeah, man. I gotta get into it, man.
Alright, I'm not gonna get into it, but I'm just gonna stop and say this is the moment, ladies. You hear me? I tell you no.
The worst of picking up.
I go my age, but I'm not gonna tell you I'm in my early 30s. I'm gonna tell you this. Don't wait until you get to these ages. You start to think about, oh my God, I should have said something. No.
Post something the other day, and I was listening to this girl, and that shit is so smooth. She said, be terrified of regrets. Hold on, I'm gonna make it the right quote. I want to say, because I think it was so. I think it was the way it put together and what it said. Yeah, it said, do not fear failure, but be terrified of regrets.
Yeah.
That right there. Do not fear failure. Failure is just another opportunity to learn something new. You just find, shit. We treat it like when we used to drive, I'll be lost, bro. And nobody I care know me last. I'm just a drive until me see a sign and say, yo, that's how we are going. But when me last though, I guess I'll be say, all right, now we knew a new way to a destination.
Right.
Is it me I say? Me no panic. Is it me I say?
No, and that is life lessons.
Life lessons. Yeah.
When you go through the muddy waters and the trials and the troubling times, that is the real test of life. You say, all right, can you push through? And then when you push through that, and the other problem come, and it not have that weight, they can say, sure, and they tell you worry about.
Yeah, man. And that, so people just think about that, Do not fear failure, But be terrified of
Because
regrets.
that's
Don't
why-
live in a day. What if why me shoulda, coulda, woulda, all of that. No. Yeah, man. So bring that, make that be a 2021 what you call it, motto or slogan and all of these things.
2021 resolution.
You know what? Yeah, do not fear failure.
Dare you
Do not
not.
fear failure, but terrified of regrets. So if you have a plan, just go ahead and do it. Try get it done. You see me I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So Scott, they want to close it out? Yeah,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your support. I mean, even during the pandemic, we've received a lot of support, the views and the responses. Definitely, through 2020 has increased. We've made some different partnerships along the way. Just to name a few, Reggae Music Forever. We have Culture Shock. Big up Current Settings. I don't know. She's an avid post. Instagram, give it up to you. Your content is consistent and you're on top of it. So, she's right there.
Yeah, man. Lord, big up yourself. Yeah, man. And Reggae Music Forever. Yeah, mixing with Reggae Lover. Reggae Music Forever, man. Next season, I definitely have him on here. That's Sean, big up yourself. But yeah, we had Khalid and Agard from Reggae Lover podcast. You know what I mean? So big them up. Been on them podcast a couple of times and then came and bless on another time. So I mean, big number as well. Yeah, man. So this year was, now our podcast world here was amazing for us, the growth. Just continue to support the people, we just do it because we love it, we have fun. This our little getaway. I want to get some little, some vibes off of our chest. Next season for sure we're gonna be very nice. We have some more guests on. We already have some people in mind. Could be interesting one. And we're gonna have more guests on, and just to grow the level, grow the audience, hear some people from the culture, different, unique perspective and things, why them do things, the way them do things, and all of that. So we're gonna definitely have some more people on as well. Some people from the past that's already been on, and some new guests as well. So we want to give thanks to everybody who support the podcast. Who sure, we really appreciate it.
Hopefully, we don't know next year if we can advertise. If anybody wants to do a promo, editing, editing, voice editing and video editing. If you want to show your skills and get your free promo marketing, we're open.
Bacon state of mind at gmail.com.
Right.
Yeah, man. So people, Happy New Year when they come out. It's Happy New Year's or Happy New Year, man. One of them. Happy New Year. We say that. So we say, wish you all the best. Plan out. 2020 was a rough ride, roller coaster, but guess what? We went through it and we're here. So we're good for next year. You see me?
Right.
Yeah, man. So bless up yourself and be objective and peace.
Yeah, Jamaican state of mind.